Okay, so I've got a question for you. If you went to Marks and Spencer's, what would you expect to come out with? If I gave you £10, what would you come out with? Would you come out with some pants? Maybe some Percy Pigs? Absolutely love these. Well, probably yes, they would be the more likely things you'd come out with. However, I've come out with fragrances. Yes, Marks and Spencer's do fragrances, and today I kind of want to go through a few of them as well, because at Christmas time I very kindly received a discovery set and got some little 10ml sort of tester samples, let's say, and then I ended up buying a couple of the sort of big ones as well. So today I've got 8 fragrances from M&S. I'm not going to do a quarter, semi and final today. We're going to put them all into one, and we're going to pick an ultimate winner. Which is the best Marks and Spencer's fragrance? Are they worth buying overall? We're going to put them through some different tests today. So yeah, let's show you the ones I've got. Try and rattle through these as quickly as I can, because otherwise the videos get extremely long. This one's Spiced Amber, so this is going back in the tournament today. Essentially, I bought this as the big 100ml bottle as well. That's the 1 million clone, so pack are about 1 million, so yeah, very much an amber scent. I also got black pepper, which is one of them here as well. Yeah, it just smells like an office scent, to be honest. That very general masculine sort of body spray smell. So yeah, nothing unique, nothing groundbreaking, but very pleasant. I also have smoked oud here as well. That's black pepper. Smoked oud must be this one. Love this one. Really rosy. I have to say rose is the dominant note with this one. So yeah, I bought that one as well. Then we've got other ones here like Cool Vetiver. I do own that one as well. So Cool Vetiver, very nice. Just again, a fresh summer scent. A bit shower gel-y, that's what I'd say. Sort of smells like a shower gel. Nothing too sort of unique. Spiced wood. Yeah, don't really get too much from that. It's certainly not sweet. Again, it's a little bit like black pepper, to be honest. Just a masculine body spray sort of smell. Deep Mimosa. This one is really nice. I didn't really know Mimosa as a note, but it's nice. It's a bit sort of. I can't put my finger on it. It's like this sort of. If you've been in a room where there's been a spray, but like cardboard as well. It's like there's been a nice fragrance in a cardboard box. That's what the smell smells like to me. It's like a scented cardboard box. That doesn't sound very pleasant, but that's what it smells like to me. Black pepper's there. That's the little one. Fresh bergamot, again, fresh summer smell, sort of limey type smell. And then I also got this one from a body wash and sort of face wash pack, which is Urban Labs for Men. It's just an odour, so it doesn't say anything else. Fragrance with notes of birch, amber and musk. Again, I'm no expert with notes, but this just basically smells like sort of a green, sort of fresh leaf sort of smell. So yeah, really nice. Fantastic fragrances. But yeah, now it's time to put them through a spray off, because that's going to be one of our 5 tests today that we're going to do to work out which one is the best Marks and Spencer spray. Okay, are we ready then? So we're going to start fresh bergamot against black pepper. Now, these aren't very strong overall, the M&S sprays. So yeah, these aren't going to be like the ones yesterday in the spray. I think these will clear quite quickly. 3, 2, 1. Fresh bergamot's come through. Okay, so fresh bergamot is through. That's going up against Deep Mimosa, which I think might be the strongest one. 3, 2, 1. Deep Mimosa, yeah, not even close. Okay, so Deep Mimosa against Cool Vetiver. 3, 2, 1. Move so the air's clear. Deep Mimosa. Okay, so Deep Mimosa against Spiced Wood. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think Spice Wood won that one, because I didn't recognise that scent. So Spice Wood, I'm knocking everything on the floor, has won that one. So it's Spice Wood against Smoked Oud. 3, 2, 1. Easily Smoked Oud. That's a strong rose kicking through. Rose is a strong note, I must admit. Okay, so then the final one, Spiced Amber against Smoked Oud. Smoked Oud is still kicking through. And of course, I forgot about this one. So the Urban Labs one against Smoked Oud. 3, 2, 1. Smoked Oud. That's a real strong performer. So today's winner in the spray off is Marks and Spencer's Smoked Oud. So that has got the first point today of the 5 rounds I'm going to do. So that's a good starter for it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to spray my top with all the fragrances today, go for a run, and then just kind of see which one smells the strongest at the end. And the one that stayed on my clothes the longest after my run is going to win the second round. So yeah, let's go and give that a try. So I must admit, there's about 4 fragrances I can pick up at the minute. Yeah, and I can tell what they are. The ones like fresh bergamot, black pepper, spice wood, they haven't lasted. They were kind of here, and yeah, it's just nothing there. So the ones I can smell: deep mimosa, smoked oud, spiced amber, and yeah, it's definitely cool vetiver. Which one is the strongest? Which one is performing the best? Do you know, considering it's on my skin, and you don't think it would last as well because of that? Do you know, I'm going to give it to deep mimosa. I have to say, I can smell spiced amber, which is the 1 million clone, and cool vetiver well. But that one just feels like it's going to stay on my skin. If I was doing a longer run, I'm going to do about 10 miles again today. If I was doing, probably 20 miles, I think that's the one that would last. I think the others with this sun out would certainly weaken, but it's really nice. I didn't do a very good analogy of it earlier, saying it's got like a cardboard box that has been sprayed with a nice perfume. Essentially, it's quite musty. It's like I said, if you've gone into like a library or something and someone sprayed like a floral scent, that sort of mixture of the two, that's what I kind of get, and I really like it. I think it's definitely unisex, and the performance is very good. I must admit, I don't really know mimosa as a note, but if that's what it smells like, I'm a fan. Anyway, I'm going to finish this run, and I've got a couple more tests to do before I head to the gym, so I've got a couple of new ones, so I'm looking forward to trying them. Look at that view. So glad that I live near the sea. On a day like today, it's absolutely lovely. So yeah, just another thing about the M&S sprays. Obviously at the moment there was a cyber attack that affected Marks and Spencer's, and I believe they're not doing any online orders at the minute. So if you look online, everything's sold out. But I believe a lot of them are new releases, so I'm sure you can still get them all. But I think at the moment you just have to go in store, because a lot of them do say new next to them. And they're all essentially £10. And they're sort of clone fragrances really of more popular ones. So I think Cool Vetiver, when I looked it up, apparently is a clone of Creed Aventus or something like that. I think there was an Ocean Musk as well, which I think is a clone of Green Irish Tweed, or Cool Water, essentially, to be honest with you. That's what it smelled like. And yeah, obviously Spiced Amber's a clone of 1 million, and I'm assuming the others ones, all the others I've got are as well. But yeah, they don't smell, they're not really long lasting, I can tell that already. But I would really like them more. I think the Smoked Oud one's definitely a clone of Boss Bottle Boot. I've had that one before, my dad had that one actually. So yeah, they're really good fragrances for that sort of price. If you just want a top up with one of those more expensive ones just to maybe take to work, definitely recommend, because they are really good, all of them, regardless of which one wins today. Okay, so run is done. Did over 11 miles in the end. I have to say I'm pretty happy with that. Now, as you've seen behind me, I've got a dartboard. We're going to do our next sort of challenge, essentially, next test to see which is the best fragrance. These are going to be my scent strips. Essentially, they're little sticky notes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray every single one, just like this. So, just going to do 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is stick them on the dartboard. What's going to happen then is I'm going to walk up to the dartboard with them all stuck on there. I'm not going to know where they are because I'm going to put them in a random order. I'm not labelling them or anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep walking up to it. And when I get to a point where I can smell a fragrance, I'm going to detect which one it is, work out which one it is, and then that's going to be the ultimate winner. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm looking at how good, or which one's the best at projecting, which scent sort of kicks off the most from its scent strip. So let's give that a try. I'm going to spray all these, stick them on the board, and then we'll have a try. Okay, so they're all stuck up on the board. I'm going to blindfold myself as well, so I'm not getting any preconceived ideas of what I'm smelling. So basically, I'm just going to walk up to the board as close as I can get. When I can smell a fragrance, I'm going to stop, work out which one it is, and then that's the winner. Let's give it a try. Okay, let's make sure I actually walk in the right direction. So I'm straight on. I just see the bottom here, so thankfully I know I'm in the right place. Can't smell anything yet. Oh, I can smell one. Okay, I think I know what that is. Okay, I know what one that is. I just was checking to make sure it wasn't one of the other ones. So, time to reveal. I have to say, I'm really surprised that this one won, because I know this one doesn't last, because I've actually got the 100ml bottle of it. But the one that was the strongest was that one there with the red sort of pin in the board. And it was black pepper. So it's that kind of body spray smell, but it's definitely that one. Yeah, 100% it is that one. So in terms of, again, it's one of those, I think, that maybe has quite a strong initial blast, but honestly 5-10 minutes later it doesn't particularly last, this one. I just know that from experience. But again, on a day like today where it's hot, sprays don't last that long anyway. It's a really good, nice, refreshing one. You're never going to get sick of that smell. It's just clean, keep you going. So very surprised. I didn't think that one would win, but black pepper has got the point there. So 3 different winners so far. Right, on to round 4. We're now going to look at more sillage. So that was kind of a projection one, how much it projected from a sort of static place. Now we're going to look at sillage. Obviously, as you saw, I had to go very close. So none of them performed that well. Let's see if any perform better on the fan test. So the biggest challenge doing these videos is trying to find the right camera angles for things. Anyway, this is the fan test. So what I've got here is I've got a USB desk fan, which is going to be powered by my power bank. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the fragrances, all of them, into the fan. I'm going to see which one blows into my face and gives me the strongest scent. I'm going to do one at a time and just see which one I find projects the most, almost like it's wind blowing into your face. So if I was walking past someone really windy, which one are they going to smell the strongest? So I'm going to turn it on, like so, and we'll see which one is the strongest. Okay, this is in no particular order, so let's go. Deep Mimosa is going first. Is this going to work? Whoa, yes, that works. Wow, that was strong. Okay, Deep Mimosa, that was first. Smoked Oud. Let's try that one again, I think I missed. That's strong, not as strong as Deep Mimosa though. Right, Black Pepper, the one that just won, the dartboard one. Yeah, it's strong on the opening, that one. I'll give it its due, but at the moment, Deep Mimosa is definitely still the strongest. That one wasn't very strong. What's that one? Is that Spice Wood? Yeah, that one's not very strong. Spice Wood's not impressed me so far. Anyway, Cool Vetiver. Oh, yeah. That's good. That smells really nice in the wind as well. Right, that currently is my favourite Spice. Cool Vetiver. Nice, lovely mint smell, that one. Or birch, amber, and musk. I think it might be the birch in that. That's that one that came with the face wash. Right, fresh bergamot. Lovely. That sort of fizzy lime sort of smell. But at the moment, Cool Vetiver is still my favourite. Those fresh ones, though, do smell really nice in the wind. And then the last one is spiced amber. So the 1 million claim. That's really nice as well. Just going to do Cool Vetiver one more time, because actually that was really nice, that spiced amber in the sort of breeze. I'm going to give the winner to this one. That smells really nice. It's a hot day today. Again, it's a gym scent. If you've got the aircon on, your exercise, and someone was sort of near you, that would be the one I'd want to sort of smell on someone or on myself. So Cool Vetiver has won this round.
That's 4 different winners now. That's unbelievable. Right, time to head to the gym. What I'm going to do now, I'm also going to spray a little towel, and I'm going to put it in a sort of closed pocket in my bag. And when I get it out, when I get to the gym, I want to see which one's the strongest on my gym towel. So we'll do that, do the shower test, and then we'll have an overall winner. That is a really good challenge. Anyone likes their fragrances, have a little go at that. That was quite good fun. My favourite so far.
Right. So I'm spraying this towel. Goes a little bit with the top. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to spray them in random places. Making sure it's on the front. So just like so. Then, as I said, I'm going to put it in one of the pockets in my gym bag. When I pull it out, what's the strongest scent that comes out? And that one will be the winner of the 5th round. So let's do that. Let's head to the gym. Okay, so I'll put it in this pocket here. Let's see if I can smell any in particular. The pocket doesn't really smell anything. It's definitely stayed just on the towel. It's not lingering. I think it's this one. I think it's this. Hang on. Yeah, it's definitely that. So it's the Urban Labs one that's won this one. I really like this. This, as I said, this came in like a body and face wash pack. It just smells like green, sort of freshly cut leaves. Really, really nice. We've got another new winner. Anyway, let's do this shower test and see if one of them can finally stand up in its own right. Okay, so just left the gym, and yeah, this is kind of a decider, because for the 5 rounds I've done so far, we've had 5 different winners. The black pepper one was the real surprise to me. I did not expect that one to win the darts thing, because that one I know doesn't really last, but that initial projection from it was surprisingly very, very good, and it was the one I could smell blindfolded. So which one's going to win the shower test and ultimately is going to win today? Right, well, I can tell you I can't smell the spiced wood, I can't smell the fresh bergamot. Them two, definitely not, and I can't smell black pepper. So that one doesn't last, but I can smell the rest, which means we are going to have an overall winner here. Do you know, I honestly thought today Big MIMOSA was going to win. Honestly, before I started, that was the one. But I'm actually going to give the winner today, and it's going to go into the final. It's called VETIVER. Yeah, that smells really nice. It's a really, really safe sort of shower gel type scent, but it's so pleasant. That's so mass pleasing, that one. And again, I always say this, fresh fragrances don't tend to last that long, and that one has lasted really, really well. And I think the other one that's really projected, which surprised me, is that Urban Labs one, that sort of face mask gift set one. But no, I'm definitely going to give it to Cool Vector. That is really pleasant, it's really nice. And I think when I look at some of the other fragrances that have gone into the final, a lot of them are a little bit bold. They're not necessarily built for hot days and stuff. I just absolutely love the scent of them. So I'm going to put one in, I think definitely is extremely versatile, very mass pleasing, because I think we need one of them in the final, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm going to put that one in. So that one has made the ultimate final. Looking for 3 M&S scents that they would go for. So say you had £30, what 3 would I recommend? Well, obviously Cool Vector was definitely for the summer, and obviously that was our winner today. I think purely my favourite scent of the lot is probably Deep Mimosa, and I think that's more of a spring fall sort of fragrance. It's really nice, those sort of transition seasons. I think it would do really well. One issue with that, and I'm going to contact M&S today, if that one is the one fragrance that doesn't seem to be on their website in 100ml. My brother contacted them before, and they said, oh yeah, we only have that in our little sample sort of box. However, there's now one on there which you would have just seen called Airport Arrival Deep Mimosa. So I'm going to contact them today and find out, is that the same scent as the Deep Mimosa that's in that sort of discovery pack? Because I think scent-wise, that is my favourite of all the M&S ones. Even though it didn't win today, I still think that one's my favourite scent. And then the third one I'd recommend is Smoked Oud. Definitely the strongest, I would say, of the three. Obviously one that spray off today. And yeah, that's definitely a sort of winter scent. It's not heavy oud, it's not a, real natural oud. Rose seems to be the dominant smell in that. So yeah, if you had £30 to spend in M&S, you wanted 3 fragrances, then the 3 are the ones I recommend. Now I've realised I've actually only still got 7 and 8 fragrances I need to get into my ultimate final. So what I'm going to do is when I get home, I'm going to pick 4 of my sort of really close runners up, 4 that came so close to getting through but just missed out. Then I'm going to pick the best of the runners up, which one of them will then go into the ultimate final next week. Because as I said, there were some really, really good fragrances that performed so well, and I almost felt bad that they didn't get in. So I'll pick one of them just based on all the factors we've considered over this sort of series, and yeah, we'll then have our 8 lined up. And what I'll do, I'll make sure before I sign the video off today, I'll show them all and remind everyone which ones have made it through. Okay, so I'm back home now, and I've shortlisted 4 fragrances, 4 that came really close, but ultimately fell a little bit short. So this was Mr. Wallet. Again, really nice, unique smell. It's like a minty sort of, peppermint perfume. It's very unique. Never smelled anything like it, but very fresh. The original Terre d'Hermès, again, most complimented fragrance, absolutely brilliant. CK One Shot, which ultimately lost out to Ted Lapidus, my retro fragrance, as did Bentley in the semi-final to Lapidus as well. So these 2 were in the same video, but they just fell short against Ted Lapidus. So, which one have I picked? I have made a decision. Now, I've got one called Lord of Misrule in the final, which is a lush spray, and that's quite a minty one as well. So I've decided to leave Mr. Wallet out of this one. As I was saying yesterday, a lot of people know Hermès, the original. I've got an Hermès fragrance in there, obviously a flanker of this one, and you can get clones of this. And again, people who are watching this probably want to try and smell a little bit different to what, those traditional fragrances are, and you probably know what this one smells like already. So then it was kind of down to these 2. Now, this one made the final. However, I think this is a kind of more youthful scent, and I don't think it's quite as unique as this one. I really like the Bentley Absolute, and I have to say, as I mentioned the other day, it's got this like Coke smell to it, really nice sort of Coke smell, and I just think that one is slightly more unique. For those of you that like your fragrances, I think you're going to prefer this one to this one. This is a very sort of teenagery based smell. This is a little bit more grown up, and for that reason, I'm going to give it to that. You can wear both of these, old and young, but I think this one just has that extra complexity, which will make it more, maybe a better chance of winning in the final. So Bentley for Men Absolute is my 8th and final one that's making that ultimate final that I'll be doing next week. So there we go. Time to reveal the others that made it through. Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick recap of the fragrances that have got through to the Ultimate Fitness Fragrance Final, because I have to say, it was quite a while ago I did some of these, and there's some very, very different fragrances in here. It's going to be very interesting to see the one that ultimately comes out that can do it all. You can get through your exercise, you go to work, go to the gym, survives a shower, performs really well, gets confidence. Basically, one fragrance that can do it all. So Ted Lapidus Pour Homme is one of them. So this one is that sort of retro pineapple scent. Very, very unique, very strong. Projection is incredible with that. This is a Tom Ford clone, Fantastic Fabulous. Again, smells just like Tom Ford Fabulous. I have to say, Terza clones, it's the best one I've ever smelled, certainly for the price. Acqua di Parma Essenza, my favourite Acqua di Parma fragrance. Neroli is essentially the note, and it is classy. It is a really classy summer scent. Really like that one. The one that obviously didn't get through in the end, but I've picked it today, Bentley for Men Absolute. Again, I think you can wear this casually. You can certainly dress it up. And I just think it's a little bit more complex than your average sort of £20-30 scent. It's very unique, and I definitely recommend it. If nobody's tried that one before, if you haven't tried it before, definitely buy it. It's definitely worth £30 in my opinion anyway. Today's winner, called VETIVER. Here's the 100ml bottle. Again, it's still smell it on my arm, but it's just like a shower gel smell. It's very safe, very clean, very mass pleasing, perfect for the gym, perfect for a hot day. Terre d'Hermès Eau Givre, so a flanker of the original, smells like a greenhouse, like you've gone in a tomato greenhouse, and it performs really well for a citrus scent.
really like that one. New buy for me, actually. Lush Lord of Misrule, kind of minty scent, really. Lush body sprays perform amazing. They are not like body sprays. They're quite wet fragrances, actually, and they perform like eau de sets, eau de parfums in some cases. You do get a lot of compliments with them. And then finally, Zara Red Rodeo, a strawberry fragrance. Again, I don't know many fragrances, particularly men's fragrances that have strawberry in. And yeah, bought it recently again, and yeah, really, really like that one. Definitely summery. I think you can dress it up as well. So they are the 8. They are the 8 that are going to go, well, they are into the Ultimate Fitness Fragrance Final. And I have to say, it is going to be so hard to pick a winner next week. But what a lineup. Whatever you wear out of all these 8, you're smelling better than the average person. That's for sure. So yeah, that's it for today. Just on my computer at the minute, essentially contacting M&S to see if they do the deep mimosa fragrance, because I definitely want that one. And I have to say, for £10, I think these fragrances are fantastic. I've actually got 4 100ml bottles, as I said, including the winner called VETIVER today. And I think, to be honest, if it's £10, it's pretty low risk. I don't think they have testers in the shop, but I definitely recommend just buying a couple of them just to see if you like them. They are quite varied, I have to say, and as I said, it's a little bit hit and miss. Performance isn't amazing, but again, it's pretty low risk. If you don't like it, £10, not too much is lost. And I think, to be honest, as clones, the ones that I know are clones of certain fragrances, I don't think they're bad at all. I think they smell pretty good and pretty much like the original. So yeah, very happy with them. Hope you enjoyed this one today. Obviously, I did a few different sort of challenges, spraying into fans, sticking things on dartboards, all sorts of strange things. But as I said, it was really good to just test some of these fragrances out. And some of the ones, as I said, particularly the black pepper one on the dartboard challenge, did surprise me. In terms of that ultimate final, planning to do it on Tuesday. So yeah, really looking forward to that. So I've got 8 top fragrances there, and I said I love them all. I love most of the fragrances, to be honest, but I really love those 8 that have made it. So it's going to be really hard. I've got no idea which one's going to win, but we'll do all the sort of challenges we normally do. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for all the nice comments, by the way, as well, because I said I'm not an expert on fragrances. Obviously, I enjoy them. It's a hobby of mine, but I'm only going on the scents I like and just based on my own smell rather than any expert opinion. I'm certainly not that, and I just love doing my fitness alongside it. But yeah, thank you very much. Hope you enjoy this one. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the final coming up. Catch you later.